Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome back to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I play the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Tom Rayleigh. The scenario is Lover in the Ice. It was written by Caleb Stokes, and it's part of the Delta Green universe. I'm your game master, and this is episode 6. Our recap will be given by Ian Christensen as his character, Deputy Filigree. So without any further delay, let's continue our journey into the darkness. Ian?
John, listen. It's Eli. I'm in Lafontaine with some feds from FEMA. They said they're a biocontainment unit, and let me tell you, I've seen some shit since I ran into them. We found 2 bodies in the house at 1824 West Ambrosia Street, residents of Tilda Hastings, Melody Farthing, and Jonah Washington, whose death I'm currently investigating. His body's at the morgue and is connected to the horror we found at their house. The bodies were host to some insane-looking alien creatures straight out of those 1980s movies. The FEMA guys, they called them entities. We had to kill both of them. They were violently hostile, but their corpses are in the trunk of my squad car right now. We're heading to Truman Memorial High School, which is being used as a shelter, and I'm afraid some shit's going to go down there with more of these creatures, but you need to send everybody you can now, state, local, everyone. I'm sorry I didn't contact you sooner. I thought I was onto a big break here, but those guys convinced me not to call for backup earlier, but one of them's coming back now. I got to go, but just be careful, John, and load for bear.
And I look at the message, and it's under the headline Chief. And I don't press send yet. I just screen lock the phone and put it in my pocket as Doc gets in the car and we head over to Truman High School.
All right. All right, so who's going to Truman High School? Who's already at Truman High School?
I am already there.
Already there.
Yep.
And then who's doing something else? Are you all going to Truman High School?
No, I think Keys and I were going over to the college orgy.
You're heading over to the college.
Good choice.
What's the name of the hall?
McFillian.
McFillian.
All right. So the 3 of you arrive at, well, the 2 of you arrive at the high school, and Agent Forrest, did you go out to find them, to meet them?
Yeah, I'd go out to meet him.
All right. So the 3 of you are in the parking lot now outside the school. What do you want to do?
I wave him over and say, guys, we got to put legs on this. There's a building full of potential victims in there, and I think we may have a smorgasbord situation.
Oh, joy. Okay.
What do you mean? You got one of those entities in there?
Yep. Chased it to here. What is it? We know that it's drawn to the heat, and this is, quite frankly, the biggest, most inviting little, pantry that's set up in the area. We need to...
All right, I got this. I pull my gun, cock it, and I go walking in through the front door. I say, we got to get everybody out of here right now. There's an active shooter potentially in the building.
All right. The people kind of start
Everybody grab a blanket or jacket and get the fuck out.
Start to
There's
freak
no time
out.
for any of that other stuff. Get out. Out. Come on, move, people.
But where are we supposed to go?
Just go outside right now. We need to get you out of the building so we can find this guy.
Out by the door, I'm going to, get the closest guy. We took some maps of the town, basically, that had different shelters on it. I'm going to pass my copy along and say, you need to go here. It's the closest shelter for you. And, I mean, just a guy that looks like other people will follow him and, try to get some semblance of order with that.
Can I do... What do I have? That's psychotherapy. Where's psychology?
Oh,
Human
human intelligence.
Human
yeah.
intelligence.
Okay. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to watch the people leaving,
Okay.
kind of ushering them out, and I'm going to be watching for any signs of infection.
Okay.
Like anyone acting a little hot and bothered, anything like that.
All right.
Okay, that's a pass.
Now, the main problem at this point is you've got a lot of families with children, and they have stuff with them. So it's not like they can all just jump up and run out the door without hurting one another. But it takes maybe 10 minutes to get everyone outside.
Fine. What I would try to do then, actually, let's see here. So, Forrest, you're directing people to the nearest shelter. Is that right?
That is correct.
And Doc, you're examining people as they come out, and we don't have anybody else with us. So once people are moving and I see that they're getting it, I'll go into I'm sure I'm familiar with the school, go into the office and get on the loudspeaker, broadcast to the whole school.
Okay.
Just
that's
repeating the message. Everybody move on out. FEMA agents will direct you to the nearest shelter.
All right. Within 10 minutes, everybody is out of the school, as far as you know. But some of the administration that are running the place, they're sticking around outside. I mean, they're not curious. It's just they're in charge of the building, and.
All right. As soon as that's over and done with, I'm going to go to not the gymnasium where everybody was staying, but like a room somewhat adjacent to, not too far from it, and I'm just going to crank the heat as high as it'll go.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
are you telling me that you're doing that?
No, I didn't tell anybody. I just did it.
Okay.
Well, let's do this. Let's say we've got the gymnasium, which is where all the people were. Next door is the cafeteria. So there's also a kitchen, and then there's the offices, and then there's the classrooms.
Perfect. Cafeteria, wide open area. I'm going to get that as hot as I can. Make that as cozy and as inviting as I can. And I'll leave the doors open on the side that opens up to the offices. That way a little bit of heat is kind of drifting through, with the kitchen as the cafeteria is the hot spot.
Okay. So you do that. And then what?
Well, then I go get everybody else. Basically, I'm setting a trap.
All right.
Yeah. Once everyone's out, and did I see any signs of?
No.
Okay.
The thing only just got there, so most animals don't go immediately into hunting mode until they feel safe.
Yeah, so I'll be joining the filigree.
All right.
Next to the intercom. Do you think we can get a feedback loop going here and
Sure.
really drive it nuts?
If we move the microphone in front of one of the speakers, we should be able to get something going.
Well,
all right.
Let me know when you're doing that, because I want to plug my ears. I hate that noise.
What is it? That's a good idea once we have the critter spotted, because it. What is it? It hunts through echolocation, but we may want to wait until it's actually in an area where we have it trapped, and we may want to make some noise at a local location to drive it to it.
Sure. Well, you set the trap in the kitchen, right?
Yes, sir.
There's got to be something we can do in there. Turn on the fans. That should make a good vibrating sound.
What is it? You got a pack of like playing cards or something?
I'm in the
office. Does any of us have a smartphone?
I have a smartphone. Why?
No. You have burner phones.
Okay.
I have a smartphone.
Okay.
Oh, you have a smartphone? Yes, of course he does.
I don't have a burner phone. A burner phone? You have burner
No, I'm
phones?
sorry. I'm sorry.
Do you? Okay.
Well, if we turn on the fans and put like a card in one of the,
If you, what if you put on some porn or something? Just play
There's
some
a
porn on
computer
your
right here
phone.
in the office. Could probably do it there.
Well, I mean, your phone's more portable.
you may have
Fair
some
enough.
things to answer for later, but
Okay.
Well, you can delete your phone history. It's fine.
what is it?
So we're gonna go in the kitchen and wait for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it?
All right.
We
So who's
we
gonna
should,
stay here with the intercom?
Are you in the kitchen or in the cafeteria?
That's kitchen, right?
Well, we're talking
Cafeteria.
about that right now. We're next to the intercom presently.
Okay, so
Right.
the intercom is in the office.
Right.
Mhm.
What is it? I say that if this is like a hunt, then we really need to set two people at positions where we can basically get it into like a crossfire, one of which has to cover an exit. So I say we barricade the door on the gymnasium side.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? Somebody lies in wait silently by the offices. That way, when the critter goes by, we can basically cut it off once the shooting starts.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to need somebody there to basically crank the sound anyway. And two people basically at about 60 degree. What is it? 60 degrees apart in a straight line from the entry point, so that we can pepper him as he comes into the door.
Okay. I'll be in the kitchen since I'm going to be playing the porno sounds.
Right.
What is
I
it,
can stay in
Currently
the office.
Googling porno sounds, looking for like a long 10-hour porno moans or something on YouTube.
Would it just be enough to play the music, just like the light guitar and?
No, I want the full effect.
Chicka wow wow.
Yeah, the actual sounds are probably.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So Doc, why don't you stay here with the intercom
I
in
can
the
do that.
office? And when you see the creature going into the kitchens, then you can.
Do I have line of sight on the kitchen doors?
Sure.
Okay.
If not, you could do security camera or something.
Yep.
All
Is
right.
it? And this critter uses echolocation, so even if it's just like a transparent door, you probably want to get behind something solid. So, what is it? It can't detect you as well.
Right. Fair enough.
Yeah, I'd have your phone in the middle of the room, and then everyone else stay to the edges.
Alrighty, and what is it? Goes without saying, Doc, but put your phone on silent. We don't need what is it? A ring to happen right when he's stalking by. This may take an hour or two to basically get this all sorted out.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Now
So I'll
wait.
do exactly what he said about the plan, except for the fact that I don't put my phone in the middle of the room. I keep my phone on me.
Okay. All right.
I need to have it in my hands.
Fair enough, sir.
So, you guys are waiting, and an hour goes by, and still nothing. If you are continuing, a second hour goes by. You want to continue?
What is it?
You haven't gotten any response at all that you've known. Probably doubts are creeping into your mind as to whether it's here at all.
Well, where did the other guys go?
I mean, 2 hours for a hunt is like barely,
Right.
we're barely getting started here. I mean, especially if it's unknown biology, I wouldn't necessarily be deterred by 2 hours. But what is it? If everybody else is looking antsy.
Yeah, I'll just send silent text to Forrest ?
Okay. Dick and Alex, Keys and Warthog.
Yes.
You pull up to the university. It's not a huge university. You were here the other day. I don't know if you were here the other day, but some of you were here the other day. There are a lot of people. There are kids walking around in their mucklucks and their, because it's freezing cold, but they've got power restored. So they're mostly just goofing around because classes are not going on at this point.
When you say kids, do you mean like college students?
Yeah, it's a college.
Okay.
It's a university. So
Not little
they're all at least like, 19 to 24, maybe some older people.
Hey, Keys, do we know what either of these two women look like?
Well, I've got their phone, so I'm sure there's a picture of them.
Yeah, you probably know what they look like.
Okay, so we can do that on the way over. We can sort of find what we think are pictures of themselves. And
Yeah. Well, the thing is, do we stick together while searching, or do we try to cover more ground? It's up to you, really. But
well, let's see. The last time one of those things jumped on me and tried to ram its proboscis down my throat, and somebody else had to knock it off of me.
yeah, it's very true. And to be honest, if one of the college students saw you, they'd probably just think it's some kind of prank or something. So they're probably not going to help you out.
Right, and when Mills attacked me, I mean, I couldn't tell he was infested until that thing came out of his mouth. So these two students are walking around just looking like anybody else.
Yep. Yeah. Probably best sticking together then, so.
Yeah.
Well, we know their friend, at least friendly with someone called Chad, and he's hosting
Chad.
a party.
Okay,
So
let's just ask for Chad.
Exactly. And if we find Chad, we hopefully find out at least where the girls are.
So is this building it's a dorm? Or
Yeah.
it's a, yeah.
McPhillian Hall is 4 stories high, and it's got dorm rooms on every floor, double-sided, maybe 8 or 9 on each side.
Is there, on the main entryway, is there an office or anything, or someplace where the kids are supposed to check in?
I don't know. I've never actually been in a dorm.
No.
We'll say there's like a place where the house mother or the house
Right, there's got like
person would be.
The whatever it's called, dorm director or whatever.
Right. But that person isn't here. That person's probably at home trying to fend for themselves in the horrible storm that's been going on. But there are people going in and out all over the place. And you can tell that they're preparing for a party because people are bringing in beer, and it's later tonight.
Let's just
the party.
Let's try to be a little bit lucky, and I'll walk up to like the closest, like, teenage, I guess. Well, not teenager, young adult.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
can I help you with something?
Yeah, I'm looking for a guy named Chad. I heard he was throwing a party.
Yeah, Chad Bergman.
Yeah. Do you know where he is?
Yeah, 3rd floor. I think it's room 6, 306.
Thank you, man. Thank you. See you at the party tonight.
And he looks at you like, really? Like a little old.
We're in FEMA jackets and ties and things, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And I'm just hoping that the kid is either just gonna shrug it off or.
And we're armed, right? I mean, don't we have long arms?
I probably wouldn't.
They
have
go all
brought
the
my
way from your
shotgun.
shoulder down to your hand.
I still hauling around a 30-06?
I wouldn't have brought in my shotgun. I would have just brought in the pistol that I have, I think.
Okay, we both have our pistols.
Mm.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Well, let's go find Chad. 306.
Yeah, 306.
All right. As you go up, you realize that there, and these are stairs going up, by the way. As you get up to the third floor, you realize that there's more activity on this floor. And you can see people going in 306, once again, with supplies and stuff like that.
Okay.
People are putting up decorations.
Oh, sure. Todd,
just go, Keys.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
And you see a few guys inside. They're like, yeah, put that over there, dude. And they see you and they're like, oh, yeah, can we help you? We're not doing anything wrong.
No, we're looking for Chad.
I'm Chad.
Hi, man. We're actually we're a bit worried about a couple of
Look,
you might
you don't have to worry. It's not going to be that rowdy of a party or anything.
No. I'm not worried about your party. You party on in these times, but I just want to find out 2 girls might be in danger.
In danger from what?
There's a lunatic on the loose that's chasing after them. Well, we have reports like one of their roommates in the house they were living has turned up dead.
Well, who are you talking about?
Tilda Hastings.
Tilda, yeah, I know Tilda. What do you mean? Who's dead?
Jonah Washington.
Jonah's dead? Oh my
Yeah.
God. Guys, Jonah's dead. They all like stop what they're doing. How did he die?
I was stabbed 32 times in the
What
chest.
the fuck? Oh my God. I haven't seen Tilda. She's supposed to be at the party tonight.
Yeah.
What's the name of Tilda's friend that she's riding with?
I completely forgot her name.
Melody?
Melody. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and her friend Melody as well. She's in danger as well. We need to find
Well,
her.
if we see him, we'll tell them you guys are looking for her.
You called them, right?
Yeah, I told them the party was on. It was their idea, quite frankly.
It was.
Yeah, they called me the other day.
Oh.
Do you know about what time they called you?
I don't know. Sometime during the daytime. I told them if the power went back on, that we'd probably have a party anyway. So I called them when the power came back.
But
oh my God! But somebody killed Jonah.
Yeah.
Guys, keep that to yourselves because I don't want it to bring down a party. But oh my God.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I wouldn't have told you, but we really need to find these girls. They could be in danger. Like,
oh my God.
Yes, there is a lunatic on the loose.
Yeah. Can I kind of I want to kind of profile Chad, see if while we've been talking to him, if he's acted weirdly.
You can do the human intelligence.
Fucking, that's a crit fail, 88.
Yeah, no, he just seems like a college student. It's like, not like every time he talks, something goes.
Just every other.
Well, we'll be around because
here's our number.
Yeah, give me your number. And I'll give it to them if they call.
You call us if you see them because they could be in danger, or we just want to talk to them.
I'll also give our number to a couple of the others just to say if they see them, give us a call and make sure you.
Well, I'll have people ask around, see if they can get a hold of you.
Yeah, we'll be searching around. We'll see if we can, because as far as we're aware, this is where we knew they were coming. So we'll.
Well, if we see any weirdos or strangers, we'll be sure to do something. We'll call the police.
Just as soon as you see these girls, just give us these women. Just give us a call, please.
Okay.
Yep.
And you could be in danger by associating with these women.
Well, yeah, don't worry about that, but we'll make sure we call you.
Yeah, and when you do see them, make sure they're in a safe. Make sure to at least get them to a safe place where they're not around anyone, just in case, because we don't. If the person is really after them, we don't want it to affect anyone else. We don't want anyone else to get hurt.
Okay.
And you haven't seen them since they've called you.
No. No, they're the party's not until 9. They're probably not going to show up until then.
Yeah, and knowing parties, they'll probably show up an hour later. So. Fuck. Right. So, yeah.
Now what?
Why don't
we step out to the hallway?
The two of you do an alertness roll.
Fuck off. And at 84 this time. But
I fail as well.
Okay. Yeah. So everything seems to be going normally in the hallway.
Okay.
But there are a lot of people here.
Yeah.
Let's just ask around.
It's a college, yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of people moving around. Let's ask some women. Yeah, some of the young women that are moving around. Let's ask them if they know Tilda or Melody.
Yeah,
Excuse me, miss.
There we go. Cool.
We're looking for Tilda Hastings.
Do a luck roll.
Flash the FEMA badge. Fail.
Okay. You look around for 20 or 30 minutes asking everybody who you come across. Nobody's seen either one of them.
Fuck. They've got... man.
Do we know what they drive?
Yeah. Well, we've got an idea, don't we?
Not really.
I don't know if we ever established that.
Well, you don't think they're in their car. You think that they're in
Pamela's.
Pamela Decature's car. And you don't know what that car looks like.
Fuck. What do we do, Todd? We could keep asking. We can.
Now let's call it in. Let's see how the other guys are doing over at the high school.
I just got a bad feeling, man.
All right. Why don't the two of you do luck rolls?
21.
85.
All right. Alex, you're Todd, you don't seem to be able to get a good reception. Alex, your phone rings, but I think that the guys turned their phones off. Am I correct? The ringers?
Mine's on silent.
Mine's on silent. What is it?
Same, also on silent.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't think Keys has your
my
phone number.
My ringer is on silent. My phone's on silent because it's still playing porno sounds.
So because you passed your luck, I'll say that, yeah, Forrest, your phone rings.
Yellow?
So, Forrest, we're at the university. We've been asking around for the girls.
Mm-hmm.
They were, so there's a party happening here tonight, as I'm pretty sure I mentioned to you. And the girls were the ones who apparently asked Chad to organize it.
Yep, that fits. What is it?
No one's seen them.
Right. It's because the party's not here yet. They're probably trying to do mass infection. 9 o'clock may be the first window of opportunity you have for that.
Well, there's already a lot of people here, but I just can't believe that not one person has seen them.
What is it?
Someone has to have.
If I'm remembering correctly from that letter from Jack Whitehead, what is it? Once things get going with these things, they they go hog wild and involve many people.
Yeah, true.
I think that they may just be trying to maximize the spread here.
I think me and Todd are just gonna have to stay here on the lookout because I don't want to risk. If we left to meet you guys, I wouldn't want to risk shit going down here just because we left to come meet with you.
10-4 keys. Right now we have chased the entity to, and I'll give him the address. What is it? We are setting up, a place to try to take it out on our terms, but we've been waiting here for about 2 hours and it's not going our way. We may have to entice it further. So, what is it?
What did you do with the people who were there?
We drove them out. With a story about an active shooter, which may be a self-fulfilling prophecy here when we start unloading on this thing.
Did you send them to a safe location?
Yes, I rerouted them to the nearest shelter that we had on the map here. But what is it? More to the point, we're about to do something risky over here. If you guys don't hear from us within the next 3 to 5 hours, you're gonna have to clean up at this location, okay?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Same with again. If you haven't come here at nighttime and we don't reply to you after like 10 or 11, probably the same.
Understood, Keys.
Okay. Shit. This is intense.
Are we just gonna? There's got to be multiple entrances to this dorm. There's got to be more than 2.
We have to keep an eye on Chad.
Well, but Chad's just the Bobo that's organizing the party, right? I mean, they could show up.
Yeah, and they could start with anyone.
They could start anywhere. How many ways are there to the 3rd floor? How many stairwells and elevators?
There's 2. There's no elevators. There's 2 stairwells one on each end of the building.
So we could just take a stairwell each.
For the next few hours? What time is it?
We'll say it's going on 4 o'clock. Yeah.
And we just keep updating each other, I guess.
I guess.
If you've got any better ideas.
I guess I don't. Can we get the... We don't know the make and model of the car they're driving.
Oh.
And we're not tied into the police force anyways. We don't really want to be.
Nope.
All right.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we'll just
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, you called the wrong guy.
We'll just take a stairwell.
Yeah, we'll each take a stairwell. And listen, okay, what's the plan if one of them shows up?
We just message a signal or something. I don't. Surely we should be able to text each other. So.
Right. Okay. What do we do? What do we do when we see one of them? Text the other person and follow them?
Yeah, and then we try to get them in a secure location, I guess. And take them out when we are certain.
Okay.
All right. Let's jump back over to the school. So you guys have been sitting there for another 15 minutes waiting after the text.
I imagine this is wreaking havoc on my phone's battery, yeah?
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. This isn't working, guys. My phone's going to die.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
I'm gonna text Forrest. Heard a crash in the gymnasium. Sit tight. And then I'm going to go out into the hallway very quietly. Is it continuing?
No, but it was very definitely something making a noise.
All right, so I'm going to yell out in a falsetto. Hello there? Is anyone there? And then I'm going to very quietly go back into the office.
Okay. All right. So you're in the office, and my dice have disappeared. Where the hell are my dice?
Ah, my devious magic
Oh.
ritual has worked.
I set a piece of paper on top of them.
Oh, never mind.
All right. You hear once again another noise in there, as if something is moving around.
All right. I'll text Forrest again. No dice. Let's go check it out.
Is it? I'll text back. I'll take point. You be ready to. What is it? Start the noise.
Sure.
All right.
And fill in filigree.
Yeah. I'm gonna wave over to filigree. Be like. Shh. So, what is it? If filigree is being quiet, I'm going to, as much as possible, walk with a normal pace, which, if there's no other source of noise, should be pretty loud in halls like these.
Yeah, I've muted. I've turned off the video now on my phone and put it back. In my
Yeah,
pocket.
I'm not like stomping, but just normal footfalls or on linoleum in a empty hall. Probably pretty loud, and I'm going about at least 10 feet in front of filigree to basically give him room in case something jumps out at me.
Okay. Do an alertness roll.
S.
All right. Now have you guys left the door to the gymnasium open into the hall?
No, we had what is it? We had left the door to the offices open so that the heat will get out there. The door to the gymnasium was closed.
Okay. As you're walking near the door to the gymnasium, once again you hear a noise inside the gymnasium. It sounds, at first you think it sounds like that impact sound, but it goes instead of going, it goes like that, and then it stops.
All right, I'm going to open the door and take a look around.
All right. Inside the gymnasium, it's kind of low light. I mean, it's not that low, but the power was turned off in there, so everybody was using flashlights and lanterns and stuff. But when you look around, you see there's a basketball kind of in the middle of the floor. And you also notice that over in the corner of the gymnasium, there is a couple of those sort of folding tables that are pushed up against the wall. They were there before. But from this point of view, all the way across the room looking over, it looks like there's something underneath those tables. Something kind of dark gray and hiding in the shadows way back against the wall.
Okay, what is it? I'm going to take out my phone and just text to filigree. Count to 15, then follow. And I'm going to make my way through the gymnasium, trying to stay away from any cots that are piled up or anything like that, basically, so that I'm in plain sight to filigree.
Okay.
As I walk towards it, and what is it? I'm going to walk in a casual pace, not trying to muffle my steps at all, which, probably squeaking and echoing from the footsteps. And I'm walking up towards that gray shape, calling out, "Who's there?"
Okay.
I'm 15 seconds behind him, gun drawn and ready.
All right. So you've approached these tables. There's a few of these tables pushed, and what you're looking at is under the tables against the wall in the corner. So you've got the tables. The only way to really see it is to sort of hunker down. It looks like a dark green blanket, and something is wrapped up in the blanket. And you're not sure what it is, and it's not moving, but it almost looks, I don't know, it's large and lumpy.
About man size?
Maybe even a little bigger.
Nice. Okay, and you said that the tables are over it?
Yeah.
Okay, I am
It looks
going...
like everything was just shoved into the corner when they were clearing out the,
All right,
the middle of the room.
What is it? I am going to crouch down on my toes and my plan is to do this in one quick motion. If something interrupts me, it interrupts me, but my intent is basically to lean forward, grab the blanket, and then basically fall backwards.
Okay.
Taking the blanket with me so that whatever is down there is uncovered.
Okay.
And basically so that I'm getting a little bit of distance from it as I'm taking the blanket. But
okay. And by this time, too, Agent Filigree has come through the door of the gymnasium, and he's watching what you're doing.
Yep.
Jared, what are you doing at this point?
Listening.
Are you in?
If I can,
distance?
I'm in the office.
Okay.
If that gives me a line of sight to the door of the gym, so be it.
Okay. Right. Agent Forrest, do a luck roll.
that is a pass by 1 point of 49.
Okay. So you come forward, you brace yourself. Maybe you put one hand on the top of the table. You quickly reach out and you grab a hold of the blanket. It's very canvassy. And when you grab it and you yank back, suddenly on either side of the blanket, there's something. They look like giant orange eggs that come out and start to surround you. And you realize they're fucking basketballs. And it was just like an athletic bag full of basketballs. But do a sanity roll anyway.
Love it. Ooh, got a 10. That's a pass.
Excellent. Filigree and Forrest also do an alertness roll. Both of you.
Ooh, that's a fail.
Big 10 fail.
All right. So as you're sitting there recovering, maybe you laugh a little bit when you realize how silly that was. Out of the corner of your eye, Deputy Filigree, you see something moving up above you. And
I look up and shine my flashlight at it.
well, just as you do that, the thing was in the rafters of the gymnasium, and it has swung down, and it's flying through the air, heading straight towards Forrest. It's leaping at Forrest, and Forrest wasn't alert. So
nope, and I'm probably still
laughing.
laughing.
Can I try to shoot it still?
you'll have to take the next round. So the thing, just as you're there, Agent Forrest, you feel the impact of the clicking sound as you are struck by this thing hitting you in the back and knocking you flat on the ground. So,
ooh, geez.
and Jared, you hear all this noise coming from the other room all of a sudden.
Okay. then first action next round is going to be feedback loop the intercom.
Okay. Oh, all right. So you're going to hit the feedback loop.
Yep.
And all of a sudden on the intercom, their screeching noise comes. As the creature sort of turns and is about to leap onto Agent Forrest and plunge its thing in your mouth, the intercom starts screeching, and the creature visibly starts jerking backwards because it's obviously hurting the fuck out of its ears. Its big, gigantic bat ears.
Nice.
I'm going to light it up.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and do your firing on that
Where
thing.
is my character sheet? Right here. Okay, firearms. Actually, I have
Filigrane's probably going to get the
here.
first one because he was actually ready. I have to like turn around.
Why didn't I bring my rifle? Why am I still holding the pistol? I don't know. Oh well. So the first shot is a miss. The second shot is a hit. And the third shot's a hit.
Okay. What are do your damage?
All right. So the two hits. The first one was for 5. The second one was for 1.
All right. You hit the thing. It slams back against the wall, and it starts to try to scramble over so that it can climb back up into the rafters. But as it's doing this, Agent Force, you can do something now.
Woohoo! I'm taking a shot. 35. That's a hit.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for damage.
That is grand total of 11.
You did 11 points of damage.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Shotgun.
You hit it pretty solidly. Orangish yellow blood splatters around as you hit it, and it stops moving. This one's big. I mean, as big as, bigger than man size.
Doc, get in here.
Yeah, what is it?
Okay.
If
I'm
it
moving.
stops moving, I'm going to like double tap and make sure.
Okay.
Shoot it again. Okay, I'm covering you just in case.
Yeah. And he's turned off the screech. Yeah, you managed to kill it. It twitches
Okay.
a little bit, but that orange-yellow goo is all over the place.
Yeah. So if Doc's running down the hall, now would be the time for a second one to come out and jump Doc.
What is it?
Forrest and Filigree, do an alertness roll again.
Oh,
Jesus.
you had to say something.
Yep.
No, I rolled a 92.
Ooh.
55 under 60, so that's a crit.
That's a crit. You notice that its penis thing is not as big as it should be.
The proboscis in the like front or the tail thing.
Right, the big penis thing.
The tail cock.
It gives you the impression that it has been used and that it is regenerating.
Ooh.
So it's flaccid.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
it probably still could have used it. It's just not as large in proportion to the creature as it should be.
Okay. Yeah, this got
Beginning to
complicated.
become uncomfortable with this conversation.
Now, it doesn't look like it happened just now. It happened recently.
Well, what is it? We downed it, so the first thing I'm going to do is, what is it? I'm going to text the other guys to let them know that we're still alive. What is it? Big game hunt successful, period. Working on cleanup, period. And once Doc gets into the room, we'll go from there.
All right.
We're still waiting.
Yeah, Dick and Keys and Warthog are still waiting.
Yeah, I'll text Warhog. What? I'll forward the text to Warhog.
Warthog and Keys do alertness rolls.
Fail.
Fail.
All right. So you guys are just sitting there quietly.
It's pretty boring watching a stairwell.
Yeah, watching students come in and go out. And it is a co-ed dorm, so.
I think I would ask people as they go by if anybody's seen Tilda or Melody.
Right.
Yeah.
And so far, you haven't heard anything like that.
Okay.
Some people know them, some people don't. Some people know about the party, some people don't. Not everybody was invited to the the party. All right, guys, back at the high school, what are you going to do?
I'm going to do my best to inactivate the corpse so it's not
Is it
regenerating.
Duck? We got a problem.
Problem.
What kind of problem?
What is it? It's Rigula is shows signs of recent discharge.
Oh. Yeah.
What does that mean?
It may have reproduced.
Shriveled dick.
Where?
That is a good question. We haven't really been out of sight of each other, so it's relatively certain that we're not here. But if somebody was
Are
hiding
any
out
of the official? Did the officials stick around outside the entire time?
probably,
There's probably people in their cars out there keeping warm.
yeah. What is it? We need to.
It's been hours now, right? So.
Yeah.
Right.
We need.
Yeah,
We
let's
need to
go.
basically.
From the
If you
you don't really know its metabolism, but from the amount of regeneration, it probably didn't happen today. So it could be the
okay.
fact that it happened at the Decatur house,
okay.
True.
or possibly what happened at Tilda's house.
What is it?
Fingers crossed that it's just the two girls that got.
So this
got
is
the
it. Yeah,
shaft.
this is the big one.
Yes, sir. How about this?
Large.
Just to be certain and help me sleep at night, I'm gonna do one round going through the school to make sure that
You guys can do that while I'm
Cleaning up.
sufficiently desecrating this.
There's trash bags in the kitchen.
yeah, and
Awesome. I'll go grab
throw
some
him
of those.
that canvas bag that nearly gave me a heart attack. It's man size, so he'll fit inside.
There you
Fair.
go.
What is it? In case you need to double bag it.
Yep.
What is
All right.
it?
Well, this'll hold up better on the outside than trash bags. So
Yep.
It
and,
takes you.
moving.
It takes you about 40 minutes to finish up, but you do a quick walkthrough of all the school. You don't think there's another one here.
Okay.
There's no indication that it was ever in the classrooms, but that it was up in the shafts up here, up in the rafters, and that was the only one. So you've cleaned this place.
What is it? Yeah, putting that in my report, that should have been obvious for me. Escaped through the trees after all. God damn it. All right. What is it? I'll go back once I made my circuit to help, Phil Green, Doc clean up. I'm not a slouch on getting down and dirty.
If we drag this thing out in front of the school officials, that's more questions than we need right now. Let's take it to a. Is there a second or a side exit for the gym?
Sure.
I mean, the
yeah,
buildings
like
are all
out-
connected. We
yeah.
could basically take it through a hallway into another building and out another door.
Yeah. But if we can do that,
I'd say that's not a problem. You can manage
Yeah.
to get it into the trunk of the car without anybody seeing.
Good.
Yeah, ready. And what is it? I guess we're putting it in your car that's already loaded up with the two other nasties.
hmm
Yeah.
What is
Yep.
it? I'll.
And when we do so this time, wait, are there any more of these things?
2 more.
There's still more we have to get. All right.
Well, we
I
got to
take
find
the-
we got to find the 2 girls.
Okay. I'll take the AR out of the boot of my car actually and strap it on while we put this other body in the trunk.
Good thinking, sir.
Because I don't know why I didn't bring it into the school in the first place. I just wasn't thinking, I guess.
Well,
All right.
What is it? And before we go, what is it? I am going to, like, once we've sufficiently cleaned up the scene, I am going to tell the guys up front that the shelter's clear. What is it? So that, like, you know, they don't freeze to death in their cars waiting for it to happen. And what is it? I give them a very thin cover story about a shooter. Like, the whole place probably smells like gunpowder anyway, but what is it? I'll just make up a description of a potential suspect, you know, scar the shape of a banana, flaming red hair, 6 feet if he's an inch, and, you know, just something so that they can, like, think that they're looking for somebody.
Okay.
That way they can feel like, the cover story sticking, and just, that's the last thing I'm going to do before we go. Just
All
to
right.
cover our tracks.
And you guys are now going to head to the college?
Oh, yeah.
All right. All right, back at the college. Agent Warthog and Ancient Keys once again do an alertness roll.
I think I fell asleep.
I just made it.
All
I
right.
mean,
Alex, or as your thing says, AX, Agent Keys. You're sitting on the stairwell, and you've been sitting there for a while. You finally overhear a conversation. As somebody is going up the stairs, they're like, well, I don't know where Kevin and Mike are at all. They were here earlier today. I thought they were going to get supplies, but they've never shown up.
I quickly go. I text to Todd what I'm doing, but I walk up to these people who are just chatting.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi. Can we help you?
I just overheard that you haven't seen a couple of your friends in a while.
Well, yeah. Who are you?
I'm with FEMA, but I'm actually investigating. I'm actually investigating a murder.
A murder?
Yeah, and 2 people who are coming to this party tonight are connected to it, and they could be victims. So I am worried that your 2 friends could be in danger as well.
They're kind of looking at you like you're out of your mind, but
I show them my badge.
your badge.
Yeah.
Why aren't the police here?
Well, they're dealing with other things, so we decided to help them out in this case.
Well, yeah, our friends, they were here earlier. We saw them, but now they're not here. We don't know where they went. Maybe they went to the store, but it's been a long time.
Which store?
I don't know. Whatever's open.
Do you have a local that you would go to?
Well, I say whatever's open. I don't know what's open.
But
you
know that room? That room?
No, I can't even remember what their names were. Mike and Kevin.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like on the 2nd floor. Maybe room 204.
Okay, I text Todd to make his way.
But they're not there.
And when are you sure they haven't come in?
Wow.
At all?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know how they get past us, but yeah, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, they're usually running around doing stuff. We usually see them all the time. It's just weird they're not here. So you've texted Warthog?
Yeah, I've texted Warthog about 204,
Okay.
and I've also want to text Forrest to tell them if they get here to secure the outside perimeter.
Okay. Well, we'll say that as you're texting Agent Warthog, the three of the others have pulled up in their vehicle, and they're walking towards McPhillian Hall. All right, Warthog, what do you want to do?
I guess I'm going to 204. The text said, what did it say? Missing people in 204?
Yeah, missing people from 204.
I'll go up to 204. So the third floor is busy. Is the second floor busy?
Just like a regular dorm room would be, people coming in and out, going places. Not too much. It's pretty empty.
All right, I'll go up to 204. Is it locked?
Yes.
I'll knock on it.
There's no answer.
Is there anybody around me?
Well, I think Agent Keys has just walked up to you.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll be here. Yeah. Warthog, I've just texted the others, so we may possibly have two more infected.
All right. So the other three of you, you've come up to the building, and they've just told you they're going up to room 204. What do the three of you do?
That we might have two. I would have told them that we might have two more infected on our hands.
Well, we're going into a populated area, so I'm leaving the shotgun back at the car. And what is it? I'm gonna go up. That's what is it? That's our priority here. We gotta back up our guys up there.
You're leaving your gun in my car?
What is it? It's gonna raise questions if some Yahoo with a shotgun starts running down the halls in a college campus.
I'll carry it.
I'll hand it over to him. What is it?
I'd rather not be caught without our weapons if we need them.
Oh no, I fully suggest you take either that or
I've got
the AR.
The AR strapped over my shoulder basically, and I'm carrying the shotgun in my hand. Pistol is holstered.
All right. Well,
You have room for some grenades.
I wish. Yeah.
America the
tear gas.
Beautiful.
I might have some tear gas in the car. No, I don't think so.
But yeah, I'm.
I'll just have my
going
medical rucksack or whatever.
Yeah, and I'm going up. What is it? With Doc, and since Phil agrees the only person armed, and we think that it might be a dangerous situation, I'm gonna let him lead. But I'm not. I'm gonna get between Doc and any danger.
We're going straight up to the room.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll just walk right on up. I don't think anybody's gonna question me.
As the two of you are in front of the door, the other three come up the stairwell, and they're at the end of the hall walking towards you. Filigree, Forrest, and Doc do luck rolls.
Fail.
6, that's a pass.
All right. Nothing really happens to call attention to Filigree and Forrest, but a couple of people notice Lansnick, and they start to get curious. People start to follow you to see what the hell a policeman and a bunch of FEMA people are doing in their dorm room.
Shit, and they don't know our cover story.
What is it?
Well, they're following at a distance.
Okay, that's fine.
It looks like something dangerous is going to happen.
Is it obvious that we're being followed?
After a couple seconds, yeah, you know that people have started to notice you, and they're not going to walk up to you. They're going to stay back, but they're going to.
Can I just wave them back?
Yeah, I'm going.
So they at least stay on the floor below us.
Yeah, I'm going to basically once we go through like a passageway of the stairwell, I'm going to like basically stop there and keep anybody from coming up.
All right. The result of that is now they get their friends and they say something's going on, and the bottom of the building is starting to fill up. That's going to take a few minutes. All right, so you guys are now standing in front of 204.
I tell them our cover story just in case anyone.
You're going to go back and tell them a cover story?
No, tell. Doc,
you tell these guys your cover story.
What's the cover story?
There's a lunatic on the loose.
Lunatic.
Chasing these girls.
Fine. Knock on the door.
I get out of
Police, open up.
Nothing.
his way.
Check the door. It's locked.
It's locked.
Yep.
Probable cause.
How sturdy is it?
It's a dorm room door, so it's not that sturdy.
Kick it open.
All right. Do a strength roll.
Do a luck roll to see if they replace the door jamb screws.
Do a strength roll.
Yeah, I'm just looking it up right now. Okay. Yeah, I rolled an 18. No problem.
All right. The door pops open, and you are suddenly struck by the smell of copper and blood, and you can see that there is blood all over the room, and that there are two bodies lying on the floor that are bloated like the Decatur woman.
Okay.
But only not anywhere near as developed.
I know how to clear the building now, clear the halls. I immediately open fire.
Oh, jeez!
And I pull my gun out as soon as he fires. Just have it out.
Yep.
Are you firing at the things?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is it?
Shit, I get out of the way.
I guess I'm using a shotgun since that's in my hand.
Yeah, as soon as the gunfire starts, I'm at the door jamb, keeping like the crowd from entering, and I'm just screaming, "Everybody out!"
Yeah, take cover.
All right.
Someone block the other stairwell, because there's two.
All right.
I thought we were supposed to be discreet.
Well, I'm not sure.
I'm not.
Only
No,
You're
you're
not a
not.
company
No, you're
man.
I say that to Keys. I said, "What are we gonna do with this guy?"
I usher my gun towards, but I don't. I pull it back. Joking.
So, bang.
Probably just one shot, right? Shotgun, I don't think I can take two shots.
Okay.
I don't think I want to take two shots anyway.
Agent Forrest is yelling for everybody to get out. Panic ensues. You suddenly hear people running down the stairwell. You hear people yelling. I mean, it's not that much of a panic, but very quickly it starts to happen. But there's people on the 2 floors above you. That
no
now,
idea what's going on.
Yeah, they have no idea what's going on. They probably start calling the police that there's gunfire in the building. Oh, yeah. If you shoot these things, they splatter.
I look at the other FEMA agents questioningly.
Well, what is it? I'm downstairs working on crowd control. I'm trying to get that crowd as far away from this as possible. If people are in their rooms, I'm saying stay in there. Active shooter. Everybody get to a door, barricade it. I'm just trying to get as many people out of the way as possible to minimize the exposure.
All right. So the result is that a lot of students are out of the building, standing outside, waiting to find out what the hell's going on. What's your next move? Those of you who are inside the building.
You know what? Somebody ought to canvass the crowd to see if there's any. I mean, the girls could just be in the crowd.
I know what the girls look like, right?
Perhaps.
We all kind of do.
Kind of from their apartment.
Well, you guys are the biocontainment unit. I'll let you contain the bioorganism here, whatever, and I'll go out and start checking the crowd.
Or work for Doc.
Sure.
I think,
and try and mitigate some of the panic out there.
Besides, I'm sick of fucking cleaning up all the bodies.
Wait. What does
That's
this
fair.
mean? Does this mean the girls are going room to room and infecting people? This is their room.
No, this is these
This
guys'
is the
room.
boys' rooms. This is the
Kevin and
boys'
Mike's room.
rooms.
They probably picked him up out of the crowd, showed him some leg, whatever, and then had him bring him up to their room.
So they could be doing that. They could have done that how many times? We've got a huge hole in the. Yeah, there's a huge hole here.
What is it? I'm going to text to Keys because he's the last one to text me. I'll try to keep the crowd calm. You guys have to go room to room.
Yeah, I tell the others so we need to go room to room, but I'm gonna go. I'm actually gonna
Can we
go
get
look
some
for
keys?
Chad. I'm gonna look
Can we
for
get
Chad.
can we get a master key if we're gonna
From
have to go
who?
room to room?
The dorm director's not here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna look for Chad because I.
There's a good
I feel
chance a
like
lot of
he's
the rooms
just lying.
aren't locked at the moment anyway.
Fair.
What is it? I'll
But
text.
all the ones that we want to be in are gonna be locked.
What is it? I'll text Doc. If you're not, what is it? If you're not done with your cleanup, do you still have some of that tranquilizer left? Question mark.
Yes.
All right. What is it? I'll reply back. You may want to use that on one or both of the girls if you find them.
Potentially.
That's all I got.
All right.
Room to room, cracking
What are we
doors.
doing? Mm-hmm. Are we gonna split up or are we gonna stick together?
Well,
Oh,
who's
I'm
outside,
outside at the crowd.
I've gone off because I've gone looking for Chad because I think he just lied to us.
Oh, so we lost
So-
Alex. So it's just three of us. I guess we're sticking together then. So I'll give the shotgun over to Warthog.
Yeah.
All right. Keys, you're going up to the third floor.
Yeah.
Chad was in 306.
I will text the others the number because not Todd because he knows the number of Chad's room, but
Okay.
I'm gonna text the others so they know where I've gone.
Agent Forrest, you've gone outside. You're doing crowd control.
Yep. I'm not. How can I phrase this? Once it gets to the point where I think that like everybody's got it through their heads that they shouldn't enter, I'm going to look around for the vehicle that Keys and Warthog took here because I know they got guns there.
All right. Well, before that, do an alertness roll.
Yes, sir. That is a fail.
All right. So you go looking for the car with the vehicle with the stuff in it.
Oh yeah.
All right. You have 4 floors: first floor, second floor, third floor, fourth floor. Keys, you've gone up to the third floor to 6. And the rest of you are on 204 is where you were.
How many rooms are there on a floor? 20?
6.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah. Let's just make it 6 because it's easier. There's probably 20.
Let's start on the ground floor and work our way up.
Is there a basement? What's in the basement?
No,
No
just
basement.
laundry maybe.
Might be good
All
for
right.
us to check.
It's just a nest down there. It's fine.
Yeah, it's just the warmest part of the whole building. Yeah, maybe.
Maintenance.
All right. Ground floor. Sure. Start cracking them open.
All right. So while you guys are doing that, Alex, you've gone up to 306, which is now there's nobody there because they've been evacuated. They heard the gunfire.
I'm just gonna search for room.
All right.
Quick search.
It's just a college dorm room with a lot of beer and stuff that's been piled up for the party.
I didn't see Chad at all on my
No, he probably
That's it.
cleared out when everybody else cleared out. Do a listen roll. I mean, alertness, I guess it is.
That is a success. 39 on 40. So.
There's nobody here. You can tell people cleared out quickly. And you suddenly hear a noise from down the hall, it sounds like sex noises, like people fucking.
Okay. I head in that direction just to see the number on the room.
That's 302. And as you approach, you can hear what sounds like girls and guys fucking.
I text 302 now, everyone.
Okay. What is it? I'm the furthest away, so I mean, I'm not going to get there in any time, but I'm not going to stand around looking for a gun if they've got a room number. I'm just going to stop the search and run for it.
Okay.
Am I mid bagging a body?
Yeah, you're probably busy cleaning that mess up.
Going by the layout of 306, there's only one door in and out, isn't there?
Oh yeah, you're cleaning that mess up, and is it Warthog and I that are searching room to room?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you were down on the first
Did you
floor
get
when
the
I was.
text? I didn't.
Yeah.
I don't even think I don't think you guys have my phone number. So
No, we don't. So when I get the text, I say 302 now, and I take off.
all right, I go with you.
Actually, I think Keys is the only one that actually has your phone number because you made initial contact with Keys.
Yeah, I do.
That makes sense. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay. Yep. Let's go.
We go running up the stairs.
All right.
Whichever
stay by the
stairwell's
door.
closest. You better like it.
As you get up to the third floor, the top of the stairwell, you can see Keys standing there next to the door, and you can hear the sounds of fucking. And as you're hearing it, you all of a sudden hear a couple of guys start to yell out like they're in pain or they're being attacked.
Kick open the door.
Quick.
All right.
Get my gun ready.
You kick open the door, and just as you do, you see these two poor guys pinned to the bed, and there are two girls on top with the thing that's attached itself to their throats and to like here, and they're writhing in ecstasy as these guys
Rifle
are
up.
screaming.
I just shoot at one of
Oh, yikes. I think we all just shoot.
All right.
Same.
Do your shots.
22. That's
26. I succeed with that one.
That's a critical success.
I got a 14, which is a success.
All right, go ahead and give me your damages.
How much damage does this stuff do? Anyone?
What you
Are
got?
you using? Oh yeah,
Shotgun.
you got your
2d10.
shotgun.
I've got the pistol. What?
2d10.
Yeah, for a shotgun.
Does anyone know what the pistol damage is?
Yeah, what's your piss? Do 1d10.
Okay.
1d10 for like a 9mm, but my carbine does 12.
All right. I think pretty much you guys have blown their heads off.
Yeah.
And
So now
points
there's
here.
there's not
I got
only that,
it.
but there's blood splattered all over these two guys. You don't know at first whether the guys have been solidly infected,
Doc,
but they're both
That's
still
your specialty, right?
alive.
Is one of them Chad?
I'm still cleaning up downstairs.
I don't
still cleaning up
trust
downstairs
Chad.
even after the text?
I'm just finishing up shoving the rest of the second body into a bag, and then looking at all the blood and thinking, God, this is a mess.
Deputy Filigree, at this point in time, you probably get some sort of an alert on your phone. All available police to the Lafontaine University, gunshots fired.
All right, I turn on my police radio, which I turned off a while ago. So you probably hear all the shouting coming out over that as well.
Right.
Now everybody can hear it. And I say, I'm going to respond to this call. What do you want me to tell them? Who am I talking to? I guess Keys, Warthog, and Forest. Since Doc's
Am I there yet?
I'd say you're probably there by now.
Okay, I'd say send him to another building until we can get these out of here.
Yeah, we've got to clean this up. This is not for the general public. And sorry, but this is even above your team's pay grade.
What is it? I'll turn to Filigree and say, quick, what is it? Say that they fled this building and active shooter, whatever the closest building is, you pursue to there. They are in there, and you're waiting for backup to breach.
All right.
Wait, but what happens when there's no shooter there?
We'll be long gone.
I'm heading outside.
Todd.
And,
I'm worried.
All right, now you've got these two naked guys screaming and trying to get the fuck away with bites on them.
that's for the biocontainment specialist to deal with.
All right.
I'm walking outside and jumping on my radio, and I'm saying, "This is Deputy Filigree. I'm at the location here. Seems to be under control. The feds have it in hand."
Fuck.
All right. First and foremost, we don't have much time. What is it? Alec, Keys, Warthog. What is it? Do you want the living ones or the dead ones?
That's best with Doc, I think.
I'm gonna call upstairs. What's the situation up there?
We need you down here. What is it? We have living infected people. We need to make a determination on that
Shit.
one.
All right.
We'll
I'll be
do the
right up.
bagging.
I'll be right up.
And while this is going on, I'm not even
I'm
bothering.
gonna close the door and put a do not disturb thing on it. Close it as best I can.
What is it?
I'm sure that'll work.
And while this
Now.
is going on, I'm getting the other bodies wrapped up and ready to move. I'm not bothering to make it look like we're not moving a body. I'm just basically getting them ready to go as fast as we can, the two girls.
Okay.
All right.
Probably
So
wrap
as
them up in
I
a bed sheet.
as I enter the dorm room, what do I see?
You
Two
see,
headless female bodies being bagged.
right. You see
Two
the remnants
hysterical
of
guys.
you see the remnants of the things that were,
Yeah, we have to pull the
And the
thing from
girls.
the girls, right?
and the girls have yellow orangish blood by this point.
Okay, and it's on the walls and shit.
Right.
All right. So I'm gonna grab a sheet off the bed.
Okay.
Don't care what other fluids are on it, but I'm wiping down the wall to get most of the orange fluid off.
Doc, we'll take care of cleanup.
Yeah, you do
gotta,
that.
You got to take
And then
care
I'm
of
gonna
these.
look at the two guys.
Okay. They're hysterical.
Yeah.
In fact,
So
they want
first-
to run away.
So first, Keys, hold them down.
Well, they're also
Hold them
naked.
still. Yeah, hold them
Yeah.
still.
I will.
And I'm going to size them up and sedate them.
Okay.
I'll change the needles. I won't use the same syringe. I'm not feeling masochistic or sadistic at this point. And then I'm going, once they're calming down, I'm going to start examining them.
All right. That's going to take a few minutes. The police are on their way. What are the rest of you doing? You're cleaning up really quickly?
Are the four of us in the room, or is
Yes.
Warthog,
Well,
what is
yeah.
it? Help me move these bodies.
yeah? We don't.
What about the other rooms? There could be.
All
other
we
rooms.
need is the entity bodies, right? We don't
I
really
mean,
need the
I
girl
don't know how
bodies.
much of them will regenerate with this orange
If-
stuff. We don't have time to debate this.
If the majority of the girls' blood was replaced with this orange shit, we need to take the girls' bodies.
That's a good point.
Mm. But what
What
if
is
they
it?
have? What if
I
they
got
infected
one, you
others?
got the other. Let's
Sure,
get moving.
Sure.
Yep.
What if there are other rooms with people who they've already got to?
What is it? If you want to do a circuit, now's a good time.
We don't have a lot of time. If you're going to do it right now.
After I radioed into dispatch to say that I was on the scene and the feds had everything under control, I will take my mobile phone, which is very low on battery now, probably like 10%, and I will dial the chief's phone number, his personal line.
Okay.
Chief, I said John earlier. I don't know, John, whatever.
Chief of police.
John, it's Eli. I'm at the school.
What's the situation?
There are federal agents in there from FEMA, the biocontainment unit, and they don't think it's a good idea for a bunch of police to go, jumping in on the scene right now. Some kind of a situation going on. I don't know if it's extraterrestrial or biological or what, but these guys are weird, but I can't deny what they're saying is true because I've seen these things with my own eyes, John. There was some kind of weird creatures, like in the movies, they're inside these kids and they what do you call it, gestate or whatever, and they burst out. It's horrific.
Are you all right? Have you lost your fucking mind? What are you talking about, aliens? This is not a joke. Look, gunshots.
Are you on your way down here yourself?
We're leaving right now.
Just do me a favor. Check it out yourself with me before you send in the whole.
Well, it's going to take us 15 minutes to get there because the roads are still torn up and damaged. But
well, I'm here waiting for you. I got my car warmed up. I got a few of the bodies in the trunk.
All right, we'll talk when I get there.
You better hurry up. These government guys seem to be mean business.
Oh, the four of us are alone. I say, what are we going to do with this cop who has seen everything we've seen?
Well, I think I've given him a good idea as to the severity of the situation when it comes to loose lips and sinking ships.
What is it? I don't plan to leave any evidence for him to discuss. Even if he does talk, it'll make him sound like he's a nut job here. We throw these bodies in the back of his car. What is it?
What bodies? The girls?
Yeah.
In the back of his car, but they could regenerate into creatures, and that would.
Yeah, we take. He has the other bodies in there. We're going to take them all. What is it? Get it to one of the other vehicles, transfer the bodies there, and then just leave, what is it, his empty vehicle without any actual evidence.
You mean we're going to steal his cruiser?
I mean,
well,
you got a car. If we just move everything from his car to your car, empty car.
Sure. How are we going to get into his car?
What is it?
I think we're having this conversation while we're going down the stairs carrying these girls.
Yeah.
So it's you and me.
Yeah,
I assume.
And I'm checking rooms. I've had to. I need to check rooms.
I mean, I don't know. Just
Agent Keys, you go from door to door, opening or breaking in each door, and takes you 10-15 minutes to do the whole building, but you don't find any more bodies.
To myself, I'm just like, did Chad lie to us? Did he know that they were here? Fuck. I'm now panicking that they might have got to Chad, and I'm worried. But
so we put the bodies in our car.
Yes.
And then we've got to tell Filigree that we want him to open his trunk for us.
No, you have the problem of how do you get out of the building with the bodies, because there are people, lots of people outside now.
What is it? Every public living facility that I've seen of this nature has like those little rolling trash cans.
Sure.
Like those big old 50-gallon ones.
The big, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Just.
But they're outside.
Oh, okay.
Janitor cart.
Okay, yeah, there's the janitor cart.
Yeah, all right. What is it? They're not big girls, are they?
They're
adult
bodies. Females.
They're big enough. They're bodies.
Well, I mean, if they're like, what is it, 4'8", 120 pounds, we could fit 2 of them in one cart. But if they're closer on the like 5.5 foot, 150 pound.
Are they Division I volleyball or basketball champions?
Exactly.
You put them head first into a trash can with their legs sticking out.
Nobody noticed
Sheet.
Yeah. What is it? I'm going for speed more so than subterfuge here, but basically we're putting those bodies into the car.
All right. Why don't you do a? We'll do a luck roll.
Both of us?
Now let's just have him do it since it's his idea.
15.
All right. You manage to get the bodies out without being overtly noticed and get them into your car. How about the things in Filigree's trunk? That's locked.
Yeah. What is
and
it?
Once you're outside Filigree, you probably see them.
Now it's freezing outside, right? It's winter.
It
Oh,
is.
yeah.
It's afternoon.
Well, I'm going to
sometime
text.
between
Late
9
afternoon.
I'm going to text Keys because he's the only one that has Filigree's number that I know of, and tell him to get Filigree to his car.
Do we see Filigree? Is he outside?
He's
I'm
outside.
in my car.
Oh, you're in your car.
Oh. Okay, so we're texting
the
this
engine
as
running.
we pull up to
Got
his
the engine
car.
running. It's warming up.
And I'm about to text him, get to your car, not knowing he's in his car.
Okay, what is
Right.
it? If he's just there, I'm going to just walk up and tap on the window, roll down.
Yeah, what's up?
What is it? We got to transfer all the specimens to our car here.
Why? I mean, some of these are bodies. I'm investigating them, a murder.
We have
here.
to make sure that they're biologically neutralized before,
I thought Doc already did that, didn't he?
Yeah, but Doc just did a cursory field examination. We've got to have a deeper, thorough look.
What am I supposed to tell my boss when he gets
What
here?
is it?
Tell him that you gave the stuff to FEMA.
I'll get a piece of paper. I'll write down. Well, I probably is our cover good enough to where like I would have a business card or.
Well, you've got
Your-
Keys' number.
Your cover is paper thin. If they actually check up on you, they're going to find out you're not FEMA.
Okay, so I'm just gonna like take a piece of paper, just write down my name, number, like the FEMA badge number and all that. Basically, everything that's on my like ID badge. Give it to him, and I'm gonna say, what is it? Here's how you can contact me if you have any issues with this whatsoever. This is standard procedure for a biocontainment anomaly, and I'm going to throw like what is it? A bunch of like procedural like jargon at you, section 36A of the Biohazard Containment Act of 1984, blah 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 blah, and
I'd say that's worth a roll of some sort.
I have a pretty decent bureaucracy.
I'll buy it. I'll buy it.
Okay, that worked. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
he buys it.
What is
I'll
it?
buy it. I'll go over, open the trunk so you can get the bodies out.
Perhaps Filigree also realizes that he's going to look like he's insane.
I'll help. I'll even help them move the specimens over to their car.
Okay.
All right, and as soon as that happens, what is it? I'm going to, what is it? Text everybody else that we got to get going.
I'd have gone back to Doc after I checked all the rooms.
Right.
to help.
Given that amount of time, what's the situation with the 2 male victims?
Well, they've completely calmed down only because they're sedated.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think that they're infected. It didn't get
Okay.
long enough to pump the stuff into them,
All right.
but they've
Leave 'em.
seen it.
All right. So I'm going to. Are there
Aren't the
clothes?
sirens closing in yet?
Are there clothes nearby?
Off in the distance, you can hear sirens. Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna try.
Yeah, their clothes are on the floor.
I'm gonna help them get dressed, and then I'm going to calmly escort them from the building
Okay.
to our vehicle.
By the time
Oh,
you
wait, Doc, where are you taking them? Are they infected too?
They should be fine. Actually, if you want to put them in the back of your cruiser for a moment, that would be all right.
As we've gone outside, I want to see if I can see Chad, and if I can't, I want to ask someone if they've seen him or
And
where he is.
if I notice the janitor cart, I'm going to say, "Oh, that's a good idea." Forrest,
Yep.
there's 2 more bags up in the other room.
Jesus. Okay. What is it? If the cops get here before I get back, don't look back.
Wait, but what? They're just dead bodies, or are those the ones with the goo that we shot up?
Yes.
For the love of
Those
God,
are
Warthog, we don't
those
have
ones-
time.
All right.
I'm
Those
getting
ones
the cart
really,
and just
really
running.
need.
I was under the impression that you took the girls' bodies out.
We did.
Yeah, we've got the
girls'
girls'
did, it's
bodies.
the
We don't.
one on
We
the
need the
third
other.
floor.
Yeah, we
It's
need
Mike
the other
and
male
Evan.
victims.
Okay. Well, aside from those are not in quite the same condition because they were.
Those are going to be easier to squish into
Yeah.
into the cart.
Well, and
Yeah.
the bodies, the host bodies, were not completely converted yet, so they're mostly still human.
Yeah, I'm
Except
leaving
for
the host bodies. I'm just
Right.
making sure that the foreign
Right.
weirdness is there.
I'll say that's easier. You can
I've
actually
got
put
the
that.
I've got the
looks,
shit just bagged.
It just looks like trash bags
Yeah.
Yeah.
with
And
squishy shit in it.
At this point, I don't care how it looks. I am running as fast as I can there and as fast as I can back.
All right, Alex, do a luck roll.
I'm just fixated because Chad is named. I'm just fixated on Chad now. A luck roll that's 45, so that's a pass.
Okay, you do find Chad. He seems to be just like everybody else, upset and scared by what the hell's been going on.
I just want to do a look, just a look. I just want to.
He doesn't seem to be infected in any way.
Okay. I'll just leave him be because I
All
feel like if I just point my gun out or something, I'm at ease. Just
Okay,
I go back.
what's the plan? We're gonna load up with all the stuff from the hotel room and this wagon full of corpses, and then we're gonna drive out of town.
Ideally.
Like,
And
All
did
right.
we just leave the deputy? Did the 4 of us just go squealing off and leave the deputy?
Well,
what about
At this
the
time, I
hotel?
imagine I'm kind of walking out towards the
Um,
street so I can direct the police in as they come pulling up.
We're forgetting something, guys. What about the stuff in the hotel?
Yeah,
You
we're
know,
we're
that's
doing
what we
that.
just said.
Get that.
Okay.
What is it? When you guys basically what is it? You're loaded up with corpses. I need one other person. There's the Humvee. You and I'll go back to load up
Yeah,
everything in the
go
hotel
here.
room, and we are
I'll
getting
go-
the hell out of here.
I'll go with Forrest.
Hey, what about Cavalier?
that's a good question. What happened? Where's Cavalier?
Same procedure.
Cavalier
If
was
I hadn't
playing-
made it back on time, he's not here. The bus is leaving. We can't stay here.
He
All right.
he knows what to do, so he'll figure it out.
Right, but we can have this conversation in the car.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm with Forrest in a different car. Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
it? Well, we're all taking one car away
okay.
because the Humvee's back at the
Okay.
what is it? Second victim's house.
Hmm.
So we're all in one car on the way to the Humvee.
Yep.
Yep.
And the trunk is full of bodies.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, shit.
So I'll ask you a couple of questions. What are you going to do with the bodies? And how are you going to get out of town without being tracked and followed?
Well, what is it? Getting out of town's pretty easy. I mean, everything, including emergency services, is pretty much shut down because of the disaster. We'll probably drive until we get to a rest stop. Somebody's going to distract somebody else, and we're going to switch plates with another car.
All right.
That'll keep them from tracking us until we get to a secure location.
We need to get out of our FEMA uniforms.
Yeah, do we have a trash can the FEMA uniforms?
Yeah, I mean, we ditch that stuff as soon as we get far enough away. I
Is
assume
this
that there's another green box that's
Wait,
like a
is
safe
this
house.
Is this before or after we go get the second car?
This is after we've got the second car. We've loaded it up with all the stuff from the hotel, and we're talking about leaving town.
Could we make
So
a new green
So
box?
there's 4 of us, and there's 2 cars. And one car is full of entities and corpses, and the other car is full of all the curious stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but could we make another green box, like make another secure zone?
I mean, we
That
could, but
possibility.
I would imagine.
Did we have one set up already?
No.
No.
Okay.
There's none in this area now.
Well,
So
I
as
mean,
soon, honestly, we should probably have the 2 vehicles separate.
yeah.
2 go this way, 2 go that way,
And change out of our uniforms.
and then as soon as we are, 50 miles out, contact the handler.
Well, this was
Inform
kind of an
him.
isolated weather incident, right? So
Mhm.
Correct.
let's just head to the next biggest city, east, west, in opposite directions, north, south, whatever it is. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So that makes the most sense. You guys managed to create a new green box, at least a temporary one, where you can put all of the stuff until Delta Green can retrieve it all. You've got your inventory of what you think the stuff does. You report that Agent Cavalier was teleported or destroyed or disintegrated
MIA.
by one of the objects.
Oh yeah, I don't make any assumptions with that. I just said that there was a flash and then he was gone.
Right.
No
Who was it?
remains
You and
found.
me? Forrest, you were there with me?
Yep.
You smash your burner phones, get rid of them. You got rid of your things. I'm going to guess that you get rid of the bodies by switching cars and torching the car.
Makes the most sense.
So that
Yeah,
all the
that'd
stuff burns up.
But we want to root through the goo
Yeah,
until
but
we can find like a regenerating bit to throw back in the ammo crate.
Yeah, but we could just we could find.
Well, we
a
do have
little
the
bit
we
of-
do
We
have
have
the mason
specimens.
jar.
Yeah,
Well,
just keep-
yeah,
We've got specimens.
Yeah, that's up to them. Alex
we've
and I
got-
are in the Humvee
yeah.
with all the weird curio stuff. They have the
we've
bodies.
we've got the specimens that are inactivated, and we've got a live sample of the orange crud.
All right.
Oh, am I
That
with
yeah,
you?
that's
Am I
more
with
than
you,
enough.
Doc, with the bodies?
So, in the real world, there are questions asked. Deputy Filigree probably gets in a fuckload of trouble because he ends up with no evidence really to show that he was saying anything, and there's no gunman, and there's no. So we'll say that Filigree gets probably fired or drummed out of the Corps, and maybe even prosecuted at some point. But Delta Green probably approaches him also at some point and says, we can get you out of trouble.
Especially after I
yeah.
leak my body cam footage on YouTube.
Oh yeah, that
I got guys' faces. I got alien creatures. Yeah,
that probably goes up on YouTube for 30 seconds before it's completely shut down by
It's
Delta
yoinked.
Green.
Gets denounced as some kind of a film project or something.
Right.
Obviously fake.
I-
It's
I-
obviously
and
fake.
Yeah.
But then it
Look,
disappears.
you can see the
because
wires.
Delta Green's not going to let that stay up there.
I got
Somebody
rid of
in SIG Int is going to take care of that problem.
Now
Yeah.
now
I'd
you're
say
in
you
the
guys
domain.
I would put forth Filigree's name as a potential candidate.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he's coming
Put
through.
a check mark by his name or whatever.
I
Oh,
would
yeah.
say that you all managed to do pretty well. So you stopped the invasion of the horrible giant penis creature.
And we only lost one person.
There's an 80s schlock flick title if I've ever heard one.
we lost one
Yay.
person. Not
Attack
even
of the Giant Penis. That would be the name. Did you guys have any questions? I think you pretty much figured everything out that was going on.
Yeah. Did we miss any of them?
No.
Okay.
Thank goodness.
Could Chad have been infected?
What if
Is
we
that
had
the-
waited
Yes,
for the
the
party
thing-
to happen?
That's it. You didn't wait. You went in there and got there beforehand. A lot of times the people don't get there until the party, until the evening.
So our
But you guys
split-
had the information during the middle of the day, so you managed to get there and stop it. But yeah, there would have been rooms filled with incubators.
No, that would
And
have taken us a while.
and Chad, you saved Chad. Chad would have been infected, but
We did good. We saved Chad. We saved the boy Chad.
and then you would have had a completely different game to solve because you might have had 20 or 30 of these Amantes running around. You'd have had to have nuked the city or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. As soon as
That
it
would have
got
been-
warm out.
That would have been nuke it from orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
So did we ever figure out if these are just creatures or if they are some kind of mythos beings or extraterrestrials?
They're it says here that they're just creatures from the steamy hot jungle of Brazil, the Amazon, and that I mean they might have ultimately been extraterrestrial in nature,
But they behave, they have more animal behavior than.
but they were intelligent as well. They set a trap for you in the gymnasium.
Oh yeah. That was great, by the way.
That was spooky.
Yeah.
Like if
Yeah, that was
it
good.
wasn't like if like I don't know if it would have been better if it wasn't Theater of the Mind, or because it was.
Also, what never came up in this because you never caused this to happen. But the Elemante, the creature, could actually control the people that had the thing in their throat. So the creature wasn't human intelligence, but more like dog or chimpanzee intelligence. It could do those things. Normally, it just try to fuck as many people as possible and reproduce. All it wants to do is reproduce itself.
We did good, people. We did good. We
Did
saved-
good.
The use
And
of
Chad.
sonics to confuse it, that was really smart.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that was good.
That was the only part of our plan that worked.
That's
I was
actually
expecting
listed
to
in
hear
here.
gunshots. I was expecting to hear gunshots, and then okay now, but yeah, if I'm hearing a tussle from in there and no gunshots, no, that's still gonna that's still gonna cause feedback issues.
Yeah.
So
Um.
this is what it looks like, the penis thing. If you can see that.
Oh gosh.
Okay, so that's the
That's the
Like the-
The
throat.
thing that
like
gets
the-
rammed down
yeah.
your throat.
Looks like the cuttlefish of Cthulhu. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? No?
I don't. Vaguely.
Right. Anyways. It's a Guar joke.
What is it?
oh, then I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I thought
You
you
had
were
Keith-
making.
familiar with.
You had
I'm
Keith
familiar
wasn't
with
here.
the,
Keith would have got it.
Thought
Yeah,
you
yeah.
were making
Is
a
it a
reference
song?
to Cthulhu.
yeah, or the star spawn.
No, the
Yeah.
cuttlefish of Cthulhu was the cod piece that the
Yeah,
vocals
right.
was
It's
the
part of the
reference was.
costume, right?
Oh,
Yeah. It's part of Dave Brocky's
good grief. That'd be an awful cod piece.
Would change color depending on your mood.
Oh,
Hey,
no.
Have stripes going like this all over. That would be awesome.
See,
All right.
I'm just happy
A
that
mood-
we avoided
a mood
infection
cod-
from
a mood
all
cod
the party
piece.
members.
Yeah, I can't believe we all lived. That was not
Yeah.
expected.
Well, we didn't all live.
Well, a couple of you almost got
technically-
that thing rammed down your throat.
Technically, we are all still alive
Yeah, true. No one died to the penis creature.
because Cavalier is still alive as far as we know.
Right.
And Chad is alive. That's all I care
Just
about.
not happy. Our
Oh, yeah.
players included Brian Daly, Matt Ryan, Josh Harwood, Ryan Sesney, and Ian Christensen, and with yours truly as the keeper of the secrets. We're currently producing up to 4 shows a week with music and sound effects added in post-production in order to create a richer listener experience. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Podbean or iTunes. The costs involved with the show are provided almost entirely by our patrons. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. If you'd like to support our show, please visit our Patreon account. Just $1 to a month helps us a lot. You can find a link in the description below. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel and punch the bell icon for updates on our latest shows. And leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answering any questions you might have. This is Tom Rayleigh, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck, good gaming.